All right, here's a quick demonstration on how to put together a drawer for Undermount glides. Here's the drawers pieces right here. You should have 5 pieces. You'll have a bottom. You're going to have a front and a back, and you're going to have 2 sides. The sides are indicated by a number with an X. If there's 2 numbers, then that just means that there's a room, and then a number, the drawer number, that's correlated to the cabinet, and then the X meaning, or an S. There may be an S also. That indicates this is the sides. So let's get started. First of all, what you do is you'll take the sides and the bottom, set them off to the side. Now you have the front and the back. This has been a pre-assembled cabinet once, drawer once before that we took apart, and so I'm just going to demonstrate how to put it back together again. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your grooves are together like this. That way you'll know that you're going to have a left, you'll have a left and a right. Like that. So put them back down like this here. Put your grooves together. First thing you do is grab a bottle of glue. Just make sure that you're really liberal with the glue. Put in each spot. If you want to, you can get a brush. You know, you can always brush it on like so. So like so. There you go. I don't know if you got a good shot of this here. There you go. That's a lot of glue, but you can always wipe it off, so don't worry about it. Next thing that you do is once you get that done, pick up one of your pieces and grab one of your side pieces. Make sure that your grooves are together. Either they're on this end or they're going to be on the bottom. Make sure they're together. You get that done. Hopefully you have your hammer handy. Give it a little tap like so. Switch it around. Do the other side that's already been glued. There you go. You're already half done. Now flip it upside down like this. At this time you can wipe any of the glue while it's nice and wet. Easy to do. And come in here and you can start gluing the other side of the dovetail. These are the tails, what they call the tail part. Just like so. Just throw some glue in there. You don't have to be super picky. Again, glue is cheap, so use glue.
Nope, bottom.
Oh, that's right. I almost put that in first. So the next thing you want to do is the bottom. Make sure that your finished side goes to the inside of the cabinet.
Drawer?
Or drawer, I should say. Like so. Give it a tap. Make sure it seats in all the way to the bottom, like all the way in there. Make sure it sits in that groove. All right, now that you've glued it, you could always glue it before or after you do that, so it doesn't matter. Now just come in here, line it up, give it a tap, other side. Just kind of work it over, make sure it goes in the groove. Give that a tap. Booyah, it's done. You can see what it looks like. All right, make sure you flip it over. Check the other side. Sometimes it comes out a little bit. Might have to do a little bit there. That's done. Now, I'll show you how to assemble and put in the hardware and cut the notches on the back. So we'll set this off to the side. All right, here's another drawer that we're doing. So the first thing you do is make sure that you do this on the front or the back and not the sides. So that's indicated the sides by the dovetails. So you want to make sure that you do it on the front or the back. It doesn't matter. It'll switch around either way. All right, you want to put that in the corner. If you can, try to use a long drill bit. The key to this is angle. Yeah, you have some screws that are provided for you. That's the size screws that you should have. Make sure that there's a left and a right. There's a little L and a little R right there, so it goes in the correct corner. Make sure, try not to go at a big angle like this. Try to keep it as flat as possible. Nice and easy. Slide down. There you go, just like that. Come in and do the next one. Nice flat angle. If you can have a long bit like this, it helps a lot. Do the other side. Alrighty. Okay, so I know that this was put in correctly because this green part is flat against here. If I didn't do it correctly, if I had too much angle, what happens sometimes, backing this out, is this will lift up. You can see how this lifts up. And if that happens, then what you need to do is you need to try to re-drill your hole, or you need to just not have it as tight. It's important for installation that these be down flat on the bottom of that. So that's it. Finally, the last thing to do is on the rails, there's the back of these drawers have to be notched, and I'll show you how to do that. It's basically a guessing game. You don't have to really do much for measuring. You should go about 1.5 inches. You should cut out about 1.5 inches. Flush with this side here. Flush here. And then come in about 1.5 inches. It's not rocket science. It's just a guess. Here's how you do that. Use a fine. You can use if you use a hand, you could use a jigsaw if you wanted to. But of course, the fine is always better. So here we go. It's going to be noisy. Notice how I just used the blade and to go flush right up against here like this here. Very easy. Go down to all the way to the bottom of the drawer. Same on this side too. Just flush with this. I guessed just over about 1.5 inches. Now let me turn this here. Here's how we do the bottom. You're gonna set this right on the underneath of the drawer, and you're gonna work it like this here, and then like that, and it'll pop right off. This one here, just the opposite. Turn like that, and it'll pop right off. Here we go. There's one. I know, I made it look easy. It is pretty easy. If you get a little too much off, just cut off some more. You know, you can't hurt this underneath if you scrape it a little bit. It's not a problem. So let's go over and put this in for the drawer, shall we? All right, here's the cabinet that this drawer goes to. Boy, I hope it fits. So as you can see, on the back of these glides, they have that little tab. You're going to need to drill a corresponding hole on the back side of your drawer to accept that tab. So the easiest thing to do is just set it in there, slide it in. Once you get to that part, you'll hear it start to click. Just give it a little pop, like so. Now you've marked the back. Pull it out. Make sure that underneath you squeeze these tabs. That'll release it. See that? Release that. Comes right out. There you go. Here it is. Looks like here. Squeeze these tabs from underneath, and it'll release it. Okay. The main thing I wanted to show you on this is there's the little mark right there.
If we can see it.
And there's a little mark right there. Alrighty. Now, use about a 3/8 bit. Here's one I've got here, like so. And I have a stop on this so it doesn't go all the way through. As you can see, it stops just right before it goes through the depth of it. So I adjusted the depth. Really easy. Just where that point is, just like so. There you go. It's all done. Let's see how it works. Now you just push it in. See how it should be flush or slightly back. And there it is. Drawer's done. Whammo shabammo. Easy